Getting ready to go for event number 36, the men's open B in lane 1, University of California, Davis. Beekley rowing, San Diego. University of Notre Dame is in lane 3. M rowing, Rockland, California in lane 4. University of San Diego in 5. Bushwood Rowing Club in San Diego in lane 6. And number 7 lane is Little Knights. We might mention, ladies and gentlemen, that each individual race is going to be available 15 to 20 minutes after the race on DVD. This is the same screening that you see on our Jumbotron, and it has 5 camera locations all the way up and down the shoreline here. Might be an outstanding piece of memory of this wonderful event here in San Diego. Those DVDs are available in the merchandise tent just to the right of the Jumbotron, the big white tent there. To the right of the Jumbotron is where you could pick up a DVD of today's action.
3, keep going out. We're going to have to push you out because the 4, 5, 6, 7 are not hearing you.
No.
Okay, we've lost number 6.
Okay, we broke off from the safe route. Delay the start.
3, you've got a short boat. You got a Resolute. Can you push it out more?
Perfect water to finish. Time last event 6:11.2.
1, push it out a little bit. 3, you need to push it out about a foot. Can you hear me, 3?
Into the
Stake boat 3, can you hear me?
I'd ask all coxswains, point your bows again, please.
Stake boat 3, can you hear me?
And it looks like the event 36, the men's open B, is getting set to go.
We're going to change batteries. I think that's why you guys can't hear me. Starter, we think the batteries are dead on this because they're not hearing us, so we're changing batteries.
Copy.
All crews, rest easy. We're having a...
We have a slight delay while the starter changes batteries in his speakers so all the boats can hear clearly when the start signals are called.
While we have a moment here, we might mention that Goldfield Stage is your perfect choice for transporting your winning team from event to event with reliability and ease. Whether it's your crew, your golf team, your fans, they can handle groups of 15 to hundreds. Call Goldfield Stage at 619-579-5300 and ride the wave in style.
About 6 inches. 7, pull it in about a foot.
Hands will not be recognized.
So getting ready for the countdown start.
7,
now.
pull it, that's good. Hold there. 3, push it out just a little bit.
5, 4,
We are in the countdown now and about ready to start.
2, 1, attention. Go.
The boats are away. As they come up through the first set of lane buoys, everybody's pulling hard with lane 4, the M rowing Rockland, California boat in advance of the lane 7 Little Knights. All the boats are within a boat length of each other. Lane 2, Beekley rowing, is fading slightly, but you have lane 4 and lane 7, the Little Knights, and the M rowing Rockland, California, about even, followed very closely by lane 6, Bushwood, and lane 5, University San Diego, and then lane 3, University of Notre Dame. As they get about halfway down the 500-meter lane, you have Little Knights in the lead, followed by lane 4, M Rockland. Right behind them is lane 6 with Bushwood. and then lane 5, University of San Diego, followed by lane 3, University of Notre Dame, UC Davis in lane 1, and then Beekley rowing. And as the first boat passes the 500-meter mark, it is the Little Knights in lane 7, followed by M rowing in lane 4, then Bushwood in lane 6, followed very closely by USD in lane 5, University of Notre Dame in lane 3, then you have University of Davis in lane 1, and closely held by them is Beekley rowing.
Checking our lane assignments for event number 36, the men's open B. In lane number 1, University of California, Davis. In lane 2, Beekley rowing, San Diego. In lane 3, University of Notre Dame. In lane 4, M rowing from Rockland, California. Number 5 lane is the University of San Diego. Bushwood Rowing Club San Diego is in lane number 6. And in lane number 7, and our current leader, Little Knights. As they approach the 1,000-meter mark, on the far outside, the current leader is Little Knights. Two lines inside of them is M rowing in second spot. Close behind them, the University of San Diego, also right in that grouping, is Bushwood Rowing Club. Then we drop back to Notre Dame, Beekley, and the University of California, Davis. M rowing of San Diego, or excuse me, of Rockland, California, and the University of California, Davis, both got off to a very brisk early lead and a nice start. But they did that lead did not last very long, as Little Knights really kicked it in, and they are currently on the lead with open water in the far outside of our race course in lane number 7. Crews in lanes 4, 5, and 6, that's M rowing, University of San Diego, and Bushwood, are almost stroke for stroke with each other, with a slight edge being given to the University of San Diego. Then we have open water back to Notre Dame. Along the shoreline, University of California, Davis, and trailing is Beekley rowing. With a clear lead on the far outside, Little Knights. Four and 5 are going at it pretty well. That is lane 4, M rowing, and on the outside, University of San Diego. University of San Diego currently has the edge on M rowing, but M rowing has kicked it in the last 300 meters and begun to close some ground. Still on our lead is Little Knights. This is M rowing in the light jerseys on the near side, the far side, the University of San Diego in the dark jerseys, and they are almost stroke for stroke. Then we have open water back to Cal Davis, Notre Dame, and trailing Beekley. It looks like M rowing has reasserted themselves and come back into that second position. They have the lead by about 4 seats now over the University of San Diego. At the head of our pack is Little Knights still. along the shoreline, this is Cal Davis with a slight edge over Bushwood. Then in the center of the course is Notre Dame, and trailing is Beekley Rowing. On the far outside, Little Knights complete their run, and apparently the leader and the winner in this one, M Rowing of Rocklands, California, is in the second spot. They have held off the challenge of the University of San Diego. Then Davis along the shoreline, Bushwood Rowing, and Notre Dame, followed by Beekley still on the course. So the apparent winner, and the order of 1, 2, 3, is Little Knights, M Rowing, and the University of San Diego. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to invite you to stop by our vendor booths. They are behind and to the north of the main tent up on the knoll. Stop by Concept 2, test your balance on the new prototype.
We now see that Lane 1, the Newport Aquatic Center, is pulling a little bit of a lead. Just a short half a bow length lead. And all the other boats are essentially dead heat as they come down the 500-meter first section. We have the yellow boat, the bright yellow boat of Santa